I'm seeing some similarities, but it sounds like there's also differences between the high country and the father-son, father-daughter trips. The father-daughter trips are more day hikes. The father-son trips are you're gone for 5 days. I know geographically the location is a little bit different at high country, but what else is different?
Welcome to the Faithful Fathering Podcast. In the studio with me today is dear friend Robert Valle to talk about our summer adventures this year. And we've talked about the father-daughter and father-son trip, and now I'd like to discuss a little bit about the high country adventure. And this is different from the other trips because it's a camping trip. You're going in, and we actually rent some rural space on the Camp Como in central Colorado. Okay. And so it's a fabulous experience and an opportunity to, what I say, check out of the world and check into His creation, literally by enjoying the camp. And we do eat well. We set up a kitchen underneath a pavilion, so it's great accommodations. But a little bit of history on this particular trip. High Country was actually started by a dear brother, Mr. Guy Cagle, and a group of men from their church down at Park Place Baptist down on the south side of Houston. Okay. And it started out with a group that went out to Great Bend every year to again have that time just to check out and check into the creation, into the Word of God, and have fellowship and enjoy the time together. Then they moved up to Jack's Creek out of in northern New Mexico and found a fabulous high country. That's when it became the high country experience, because you are up there at about 10,000 feet. And it was a fabulous camp up there, and you had to carry everything in and set it up and enjoy the week up there. If you needed something, it was a long way back into town. But in the Pecos Valley, they had some fires about 8 years ago. We piloted an opportunity to move the camp up to Colorado. And so at that point, we partnered with Camp Como and moved up to central Colorado, just south of Breckenridge, very near Fairplay in central Colorado. And the beauty of this setup is that, you can fly into Denver and catch a bus and come down to Fairplay. We pick you up, and you can make it that way, or you can drive the distance over there. But there are a lot of day trips available. It's very accessible to Fairplay. It's just a lot more logistically friendly to take in some day trips there. Now we do coordinate the week. We have a fabulous time to first of all, we do set up. It's a beautiful campsite. It's the oldest and it's the highest Christian service camp in the country. It's right at 10,000 feet, Camp Como. Okay. And half the camp is all a developed summer camp, and then half the camp is a rural setup where you set up camp, set up tents, and work out of they have a pavilion that we can set up a kitchen under. So it's really a lovely setup. And you're overlooking the valley there, and so we get set up there on a Saturday afternoon, evening. We leave Houston on a Friday morning. Typically, we'll caravan a little bit, stop at the NRA Whittington Center in Raton, New Mexico for Friday night, and then get up early Saturday morning and drive on into Como. And we'll set up camp there. We'll do a little acclimation hike on Sunday. To help everybody get acclimated to the elevation. We do have a Bible study every evening, and just fellowship again with men. This is a trip for men and young men. Okay. There will be fathers and sons there, but it's also just for men that want to check out of the world a little bit and enjoy some time of fellowship and outdoor activities.
How young are the young men?
They'll go down to 7, 8 years old. Some boys will go, and we'll have some curriculum for the younger boys. There's typically 4 or 5 young boys, but most of them are young men in their 20s and up to their 70s. So wow. It's a good cross section, and always enjoy the chance for older gentlemen to pour into younger men. Sure. And that's really what the camp. That's the way High Country was originally designed. Is that we would have a chance for elders in the church, if you will, to pour into younger men. We aren't necessarily all elders in the church. We're just elder, and but we're available to pour into relationships with younger men.
What is? I'm seeing some similarities, but it sounds like there's also differences between the high country and the father-son, father-daughter trips. I know the father-daughter trips are more day hikes. The father-son trips are you're gone for 5 days. I know geographically the location is a little bit different at high country, but what else is different? Is it?
It's not designed. The curriculum for the father-daughter and father-son are designed to create father-daughter discussion time.
Okay.
These Bible studies here are more typical of they're just for adult Bible studies, and then we do have a kids Bible study as well.
But what about the camping portion of it, the hiking portion of it? Is it?
They're all day hikes, and this are day situations. We create
in high country.
At high country, we create opportunities. We'll have structured hikes and structured time to go fishing.
Okay.
And you choose what you want to do that day. If you just want to hang out at the camp, you can hang out at the camp.
Okay.
But we try to create a couple of opportunities for that day. If you want to participate in those, you do. If you want to just hang back at the camp or do your own thing because you're so logistically accessible to different parts of Colorado there, then they can do that.
Okay.
There's different activities all the way around. Or you can just hang out at the camp and relax. That's pretty popular as well. So, but the structure is we have an acclimation hike on Sunday. On Monday, we do what's called the Decalibron and Emma Lake trip. That's a trailhead that you can either do a short hike over to a lake and go fishing, or you can go up the Decalibron to where we go up to a saddle between two mountains. We go from 12,000 to about 13,000 plus feet. And then you decide whether you want to summit one of the peaks there. There are 4 14,000-foot peaks right there accessible from that point. And so we might go up Mount Democrat and summit that and come down. We might go up Mount Democrat, come down, and then go up over Mount Cameron, and then Mount Lincoln, and then Mount Bross. And you do four 14ers in about an 8 or 9 mile loop of hiking.
Say that in English. What does that mean in English? 4 14ers in about an 8 or 9 loop. Break it down for me, Rick.
You're hitting 4 14,000-foot peaks in an 8.5 mile loop. It's a hike around there. You come all the way around, you hit these, and you come down Mount Bross to complete the loop. And usually every year there's a couple of guys that want to do that, so I lead them on that trail to finish that. And
is that your claim to fame? That's your specialty?
It's just it's just that I need to be with. If someone's going to do that, I need to be with them on that trip. And it's really a fabulous test. And I mean it's not an easy trek at all, but they call it the Decalibron because that's D is for Democrat, Cali is for Cal is for Cameron, LI is for Lincoln, and then Bross is Braun, and that's so it's the Decalibron.
So is it 14,000 miles up and then 14 down, or not necessarily?
Not miles.
I mean feet. I'm sorry. that's what 14,000 feet up.
No, and then you actually the trailhead's at 12,000 feet.
Okay.
So we're camping at 10,000 feet.
Okay.
So we're driving.
See, I don't know anything about this, Rick. You're teaching me here.
That's why we're having this podcast.
There you go. Take notes, guys. I get to ask the dumb question, and you get the benefits.
14,000 miles up, that we'd be out of the atmosphere. But we'd be on the space station.
That's right.
But it is a test. I mean, these are again. I'll encourage guys to do some conditioning before they come and all of that stuff. But we had a young man that was 14 years old do the Decalibron last year, and really set a new bar for young men that wanted to accept a challenge. He really did a great job. He's a cross country runner, so he was already in pretty good shape.
Sure.
And he did a fabulous job. And but that's the second full day at camp is that we'll go to this one trailhead usually most folks will try to make that to that trailhead and either go fishing or just hike up to the saddle because that's an accomplishment too. I mean that's the beauty of this particular hike is that it's just as hard as you want to make it.
Okay.
You can go up as far as you want or as far as you can, You can go up to the saddle. You can go on ahead and complete one peak, a Democrat peak, or you can go ahead and do all of the Calibron if you'd like. And so it's a fabulous. Everything's above the tree line, so weather permitting, it's a fabulous day. And we've been blessed with some terrific weather over the years.
That was going to be my next question. Have you guys ever run into some bad weather out there?
No such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. Having lived in Norway a couple of years, I learned that. And that's another thing. When we have a what to bring list, we're very comprehensive. That yes, you do have the up in the mountains, the weather's always changing. So you're wearing layers, so you can take off a layer, you can add a layer. You've got a rain layer, which is also a windbreak, and so you've got a good rain gear, rain jacket, rain pants. So these are the things you got, and you certainly you need some solid, good boots to be working, to be hiking in, because you are on rock all the way. So there's no
grassy, no soft grassy
knolls.
Okay, all right.
So anyway, that's the second day. Then the third day, we go and raft the Arkansas. We go down to Buena Vista and raft the Arkansas River as a raft day. That's an option, So most of the guys, if we have a group of 30, 35 guys, usually about 20 will go raft the Arkansas, or we'll just take a fun day and hang around Buena Vista the day. What we normally do is raft in the morning, and then in the afternoon hang out at BV and take in a lunch and some more of the country there. And just enjoy the day, and then go back to the camp that evening for a good dinner, and then a Bible study session that evening. As every evening we wrap up with that with a Bible study and small group discussion as we go through it. So haven't set the topic for this year yet, but last year we did lead like Josiah. So we walked through 2 Kings 22, 23, and Chronicles 34. I think 1 Chronicles 34. The just documenting and discussing Josiah's life and his journey and his leadership. He's the king that wraps up chapter 23 of 2 Kings. The king that no king before nor after Josiah turned his heart to the Lord as he did. So that's what we were focusing on last year. Was we were having some heart turning going on, and what an opportunity that we check out of the world, check into the camp, and into the discussion time, and some heart turning resulted. We just drew a little bit closer to Christ as when we left and when we got there. So that's been a powerful experience. So it's this year the trip is actually July 25th to the 30th, and we'll probably leave Houston early on the 24th, and then camp the 25th and through the 30th, and then get back in Houston the 31st.
Okay.
So it's a 5-day camping, or actually it's 4 nights of camping. You camp out Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's 5 nights of camping, and then we break camp on Thursday morning and head back. And so that's what we do. So it's a Sunday to a Thursday, traveling on a Friday and a Friday. Again, expectations, what we've seen men come away with is, we always try to move to a new level of relationship with Christ, right? And that's what this week really opens up, is that through relationships with other men there, through the discussion time, through the experiences, you and I always say, it's a local call to God from Texas, but you just feel closer to him at 10,000 feet, right? So you have a deeper relationship. I come away every year just a little bit closer to Christ than I was when I arrived. So it's something I really enjoy, and the camaraderie with the other men across the week is really just absolutely beautiful. Our mutual friend, Mr. James Myers, leads the fishing expeditions for us. So the fishing is an option every day if you don't like to go hiking. And I won't, I trash talk him every once in a while, and he certainly does the same to me. Real men fish or real men hike. We let God decide that. That's not for us. But anyway, it's so there are a lot of options to enjoy Central Colorado, and again, with the focus on being in a deeper relation with Christ as we go across the week.
Sounds like fun.
It's a fabulous week. So, men, you are invited. Again, you can visit me at faithfulfathering.org, email at rick@faithfulfathering.org, or call 281-491-DADS. That's 281-491-3237 if you have. I'd like to discuss this trip. Our website's under some revision, so I'm hesitant to give a specific page, but if you'll email me, I'll send you a link to where you can check out this trip to the full, and feel free to call. But I really encourage you to check out of the world and check into His creation for a week and join us for a high country adventure. That's the dad you're called to be, and that's the dad the next generation needs. God bless. Godspeed.